Recording.
Hello, my name is Betty Renee. I go by Renee, but anyway, it's Betty Renee. And I have a few things to say. And yes, I'm quite a bit tipsy, but that's beside the point. Okay, first of all, let's rewind 20 years. 20 years. My sister was beat to death by her boyfriend. He was supposedly like 6 foot something. She was 5'2". Okay, she was in the Marines, so you know she fought. But he beat her to death. To death. They found a stick and a cane with the blood on it. Okay. We had to have a closed casket because the funeral home could not make her remotely presentable. Okay. Anyway, they had the trial on this dude, and as far as I found out, he had prior convictions of domestic abuse, beating up women. However, yeah, he was sentenced. He was found guilty and he was sentenced for less than 6 years. The jury said it was involuntary manslaughter. He was drunk and didn't know what he was doing. I'm a bit tipsy and I know exactly what I'm doing. So if I'm gonna beat somebody to death, I'm gonna know what I'm doing. Okay? Yeah, whatever. Okay, anyway. So, fast forward, 2013. This, whatever his first name was, Castro, let's not even go there, but okay. So he kidnapped 3 women, raped them, mentally abused them, physically, I don't even know what went on, for 10 years. Okay, 10 years. He was sentenced to life in prison plus 1,000 years without the possibility of parole. Now, I agree with that verdict. Don't get me wrong. I really, truly agree with it. The man is sick, demented, all this other whatever. However, the man that murdered my sister in 1993 is walking the streets, free as a bird. He beat her to death. He knew what he was doing. Okay? That is what pisses me off with this wonderful quote, justice system. You know, they talk about, well, the prisons are overcrowded. Well, yeah, they're overcrowded because you have people serving these lengthy prison sentences for, in my opinion, stupid crimes like drugs and prostitution. But then you have murderers walking the streets. Okay, but then for some reason this guy who kidnapped and raped and all this other stuff to these women for 10 years, he gets life in prison. I'm sorry, but the man that murdered my sister, he's still walking the streets like it never happened. Okay? Well, let me tell you, every single July 9th haunts me, because that's the day my sister died. Every year on October 22nd, it haunts me, because that was her birthday. Every August 30th haunts me, because that's my nephew's birthday, which was my sister's son, who was 10 years old when his mother was murdered. Murdered! You know she fought. She was a Marine. But he killed her. And then you have all these people in prison for 10 years, 20 years, you know, life in prison for drugs. Really? You're gonna bitch at me or to the public about the prisons being overpopulated or overcrowded and yada yada yada. Well, maybe the prison should be filled with people who deserve to be in prison, like murderers, rapists, child molesters. Okay? Now, I don't condone drug abuse, don't get me wrong. I don't. But there's something that's called, oh, well, I don't know, rehabilitation? Yeah, that's the word. Yeah. Don't send people who smoke pot to prison for life. Okay? Murderers, rapists, violent offenders, yeah, they should be sent to prison for life. We changed this. I feel like we're not going to have a problem with prisons being overcrowded. Okay? Something has got to change. That's... I created a a group. It's called Save. Save.
Save.
Yeah, it's called Save. Save?
Save.
Save something from violent environment. What does that A stand for?
I don't remember.
Society. Okay, back up. Save. Society Against Violent Environments. That's what it is.
I was trying to find it for you, but
Google it.
I couldn't find your group.
Okay, we need to stand up. This government, no offense, but it kind of sucks. All right. I mean, the way the justice system is, it makes no sense to me. And I'll tell you, my career is in the legal field, and I think it sucks. Okay. My nephew, he is like, well, he'll be 30 at the end of this month. He has gone 20 years without his mama. 20 years! He was 10 when she died. But this guy who did all these bad things is serving life in prison plus 1,000 years. I mean, hello. He ain't gonna live to serve out his time. I mean, really? So basically, this video is for the lawmakers, the government, the president, Mr. Obama. Something needs to change drastically. I found out there's a child molester who lives one street over from me. We won't go into how I found that out. I work with an attorney. But that's beside the point. I have 2 grandchildren that live with me, a 1 and a 2-year-old. Okay? If he gets caught, I bet you he will, like, I don't know, probably serve life in prison. Which, don't get me wrong, he should. He should be a bunch of things, but we're not going into that. But what I'm getting at is that my sister's murderer is still walking free. Like, nothing happened. But my sister's dead. She was 36 years old. My family suffered from her death. Anyway, I think I'm done. I'm done. Cheers.